Hey guys, Sarogus from Crusader Gaming, bringing the best of gaming with the Star Citizen Hangar Module, which has been released in the last couple of days. As a lot of you probably already know, and a lot of you probably already know there was definitely some errors, but this being pre-alpha, I mean it's to be expected. There was a couple people having problems with launching the launch itself, as well as a couple people, well, the majority of people having problems with connection timeouts. But if you didn't know, they patched a lot of that today, and I got in first straight away, no problems at all, which is absolutely fantastic to see these guys are on top of everything straight away. And as well as on schedule for what they're releasing. Now, I have the digital edition, which left me with two choices for ship options, which is one, the Hornet, which I have here, which is a military fighter, and the other option was the Freelancer, which is a trade vessel. Obviously, I went with the Hornet. I'm a gun-ho kind of person. But I definitely want to get the Constellation just for just because it's amazing. But anyway, let's get in and take a look at this detail. I mean, graphically, this game is very impressive. Obviously, just look at it. It's running in the Crytek engine, and as we all know, that's what Crysis 3 runs on. And as we all know, Crysis 3 is very system heavy, and it's no different from Star Citizen's no different. It's very system heavy, and the fact that it's pre-alpha means nothing is optimized. So I'm running on medium graphics with a 7970 recording using software, and the video you're watching about now, the closer I get to the ship, the lower my frame rate's right now it's around 40. Come in here, you're looking at 30. Despite that, it's still very impressive. I definitely have a higher end system, but I wouldn't say it's beast. But just look at this detail, and this is on medium graphics. What I love is that no matter how close you get, the textures don't fuck up. If you go to a wall in most games, you can see how pixelated and crappy the texture was. I just slid across the ground there. Just look at this. Look at the detail. It's absolutely impressive. The guns, absolutely everything. The lines, the barrels. The pistons here on the legs are extremely impressive. You know, wouldn't be brake lines, or you're looking at power or hydraulic fluid. I don't know. Either way, very, very impressive. The level of detail on the polygons is just insane. I'm very, very eager for this game. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is only the first release for anything to do with Star Citizen. It's a very staggered release. It's not, just complete out of the game release. Basically, they release parts of the game bit by bit. Next bit to be released is the combat module, which we'll be seeing in December, hopefully. But knowing these guys, they're right on track. So we just go look at the pièce de la résistance. Let's open up this ship. There we go. Just look at that. Fantastic. Now let's change the view around. You can see me walking up into the ship. The ship is absolutely huge, especially when you look at it from those previous camera views. And this cockpit is simply amazing. It's just the level of detail. It adds to this sense of atmosphere. And obviously this is pre-alpha, as I've said, guys. And you're going to remember that, and you'll get animation glitches like you just did there with my arms. Are just the tiny little details. And they're not just mainly, blurred details, you can just make it, oh, that's a couple buttons over there. You can make out each and every single individual piece. It's a level of detail. It just brings a whole new level of atmosphere. Now, a lot of ships you've probably seen, like the Origin, or the 300i, or the Constellation, their control panels light up and all that. Not like that in the Hornet. We don't have anything like that. Obviously, that panel folds down later on in the game. That one probably too, or just spreads out, but pressing the right mouse button when you're in the cockpit of the Hornet lets you bring up this. Obviously on the right there we have our radar. On the left, I can't read that, so there's no way you'll be able to, but someone may have figured out what the hell that is. But sitting in here is boring, no matter how amazing it looks. Couple animation glitches, but that's the only real problem I've found. It's not even a problem, it's just nitpicking over pre-alpha. I wouldn't worry about that, people. These guys have a very, very high attention to detail. So let's climb up on the ship here. As I said, this is the kernel package. But as I said, I would like to get the Constellation and perhaps just 300i. Oh shit! For the moment, just the 300i, because that alone costs an arm and a leg. But I would like to get the 300 or the Constellation. The Constellation is a 4-person ship. One with a turret. There's also a snub fighter, and there's 3 chairs up the front. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. Scott Manley's got a video. It's just Scott Manley on YouTube. Head over there and you'll have a video of it. For those of you wondering why I might have a different texture on my hanger, that's the business. This is the business skin for the hanger. And below that, I think you have the standard hanger, which is very dark and gloomy and miserable and cheap. And then above that, you have... I can't remember what it's called now. You get it with the Rear Admiral package. Alright, let's get on the... Fuck it. Very, very... incredible attention to detail. So let's get up here in the elevator. Yes, I have an elevator in my hangar, which is just amazing, if I might say so myself. Alright. Not that you can see anything absolutely amazing from up here, but it's just a nice lighted feature that adds to the atmosphere, if you can really call this gangway an atmosphere, but whatever. Up it comes. Go back down. Lovely. Though this is only a ship in a hangar, it's still very impressive. Over here's the shop. Pretty sure they've implemented this. They said they had, but I think it's only online at the moment. Yeah, but this is the in-hangar store. The store, which you can use to customize and buy weapons for your ship and change everything on your ship. They haven't implemented this at the moment. Not in the hangar, at least. It's online, I can guarantee you that. Not much more to show you in the hangar. Very basic at the moment, but it does give you space porn, which is pretty much what this is. Space porn. Very impressive. This is the level of detail. Anyway, guys, hope you lot enjoyed. As always, it's been Sarogus here. Have a good day.